Well, President Donald Trump has claimed there were 20 million people in the Social Security database over 100 years old. DOJ also said they identified and canceled around 7 million obsolete Social Security numbers for people over 120 years old as well. So what is the real number here, and how much is it actually costing taxpayers? Joining us now to discuss is Rachel Bryan, Deputy Public Policy Editor for OpenTheBooks.com. First, let's talk about the discrepancy in these numbers, and what are the real numbers here.
Yeah, the president and Elon Musk aren't agreeing on much these days, but this one we can figure out. So in his address to Congress in March, the president said 20 million people between the ages of 100 and 360 were on Social Security rolls, right? Obviously, that's not possible. Those people don't exist, or most of them. Right. There are fewer than 90,000 living people over the age of 100 in the United States. So DOJ did a major cleanup of the Social Security database. They marked 7 million people deceased. And then later they went back, they added another 5 million. So that adds up to 12 million. It's still almost 8 million less than the president claimed there was. So the president was going off a list of people 100 and older, and DOJ was going off a list of 120 and older. So if you stick to those 120 or older, both do actually estimate about 12 million people in the system.
What's the cost here to us?
Yeah, it's hard to know because the Social Security Administration said in March that the data referenced in the media pertain to individuals whose records lack a recorded date of death, meaning these people might not be receiving benefits, they just may not have been marked as deceased. So it's unclear how many dead people were receiving payments. We do know that dead people do receive payments from federal agencies. Last year in the improper payments records, these are self-reported by the agencies, there were $346 million in payments that went to deceased retirees. 81 million of that was from Social Security payments to deceased people. The records don't show how many people that money went to. So we have few answers as to how much fraud is happening and what savings we're gleaning from this DOJ cleanup. It will be curious to see when Social Security reports next year's improper payments. If those figures go down, they should go down significantly.
Well, have you, OpenTheBooks.com, have you been able to verify any of the figures put out by President Trump or by DOJ in this situation?
So we tried to verify, with their documents. Early in the year, we asked the Social Security for payments that they made last year by state and by age to see if there were 12 million people over the age of 100 who got payments. They didn't provide us records. They essentially said that the data is available on their website. It's not. It breaks down the number of people in age categories like 60 to 65, 90 to 99. There is a 100 and older category. There's only 73,000 people in it. It's clearly nowhere near the 12 million figure. So the federal government has a transparency problem. It needs to be more careful and have more consistent communication to prevent confusing Americans. 3/4 of taxpayers have said that they are in favor of a full-scale effort to find and eliminate fraud and waste in government expenditures. This was a February poll. So the people want it. Let's give it to them. Let's be more transparent.
And I know you'll be on top of it. Thank you so much. Rachel Bryan, Deputy Public Policy Editor for OpenTheBooks.com. Thanks for joining us again.